Hello and welcome to the module number 7 of the digital marketing course. We have covered a lot of introduction on what is digital marketing, why digital marketing, what all do you need for digital marketing, what are the different channels, how you can, uh, strategize actually that what kind of a marketer do you want to be, like, which channel do you want to be an expert in. So we have talked about them briefly, and I have also discussed that you need to start a website for proving to the world that you have the skills that a digital marketer possesses, because that's the only way to prove to the world that yes, you have gotten results. Okay, and with this video onwards, now we are going to dive deeper and deeper into what kind of things do you need to start a website. You can see on the screen that I've mentioned what all do you need to start a website. Okay, we are going to start from the basics, and then we are going to build an entire website with a certain number of pages that are required. And even before that, we are going to learn what all do we need in this video, and then from the upcoming videos we are going to dive deeper, and practically we are going to go ahead and buy a new domain name, buy a new hosting, and set everything up without you having to know anything about coding. Okay, so let's start. The first thing that you need to have before starting a website is a domain name. Now, what is a domain name? Domain name is actually the identity of your website. It's the name that people will use, that you will use to open up your website on the browser. Okay, let me give you an example. Like the example that we are going to use for this course is ritwiztiwari.com. Okay, ritwiztiwari.com. So here the name Ritwiz Tiwari is the domain name. Okay, and .com is called the domain extension. All right, so it can be the .in. You can choose .in, .com, .co.in, .xyz. Any kind of a domain name is available for you to register. But provided that it should be available and it has not been registered by somebody else, because no two domain names in this world can be same. Okay, so you will always have to check for the availability of the domain name that you want for your business or for or your own self. Maybe your name is already being booked by somebody else who has the same name, right? Because some of the names are quite common, like Ritwiz Tiwari. Here the Ritwiz is the first name and Tiwari is the last name. So maybe somebody else might have registered this domain name. Okay, so but obviously I know that this has not been registered yet. That is why I'm using this as an example to explain you about the domain name. All right, and we are going to buy this domain name in the next video and set it up perfectly well, so that you could feel that how a website actually looks and how easy it can be to start your own website in a matter of just few hours. Okay, but you need to have the basic understanding of what all do you need, which we are talking about in this video. So let's move ahead. After you have got your domain name, the next thing that you need is the hosting. Now, what is a hosting? Okay, this is actually the server. Okay, this is the server where your website will reside. Okay, where the contents of your website will reside. Okay, and you can treat it as the memory card of your website. Okay, just like in your phones you have the internal storage, right? And you can even have an external hard disk or something like that. So obviously there is some storage capacity present in your phone where you can store your pictures, your audio files, your documents, your videos, and other apps that you have on your phone. Similarly, for the website content, obviously the website content will have some size. Like if you add in photographs on your websites, obviously those photographs are to be of a certain size, right? So everything is going to take up some space. Even if you have some text on your website, it's obviously going to be some kbs or mbs in size. Okay, it can vary actually depending upon the multimedia you are uploading on your website. We are going to see how to do all of that and where you can check the sizes and all. But before that, you need to understand that the server that you buy, the hosting that you buy, is actually you can treat it as the memory for your website content. And this website hosting will be linked to your domain name such that it will be available for the world to see 24/7. Okay, so via the domain name, your website will be available for the world to see 24/7. Even when you are sleeping, your website will be live, and at some other corner of the world, corner around the world, somebody might be viewing your website. Okay, that's the power of internet nowadays, and that is why we are building funnels, and we are building we are automating a lot of stuff in digital marketing, so that when we have set things up once, people can come in and shop from your website also, and they can leave a comment or they can leave a message for you, which you can then check on a later time when you are available. Okay, so you need to have a domain name and a hosting. These two are the must, and these two have to be linked together. It is only when you link the domain name with the hosting, then only people are going to be able to see your website, and in fact you will be able to see your website, like how it looks like, and then where can you actually upload the contents that you want to, and a lot of other stuff. So we are going to cover that in quite a lot of detail in the coming videos. Okay, I'm going to teach you the website design completely, and this is a skill that you must have, and you can actually get clients for designing websites, and you can earn money from it straight away after watching the upcoming 6 or 5 7 videos. Okay, so let's see how much videos can we cover that. It's all going to be dynamic. It's nothing is going to be scripted. Okay, everything is going to be done practically in front of you. All right, so let's move ahead. The third thing that you must have is a professional email ID. Actually, the website doesn't need a professional email, but professional emails, what are professional emails first, and why have I mentioned them? Professional emails are the emails that end with your domain name. Like right now, you might be using a gmail.com email ID, right? That, like, my email ID is theanmoldugal@gmail.com. Similarly, yours might be something else. Okay, but in case of a website, you have the option to create a professional email that will end with your domain name. Okay, so one example of it can be contact@ritwiztiwari.com. So this is going to be an email ID which you can give to your employees. Like if you have 5 employees in your company, or if you have just one employee, or you must want to you want to add a professional email for your name. Like it can be anmol@ritwiztiwari.com. like I am an employee of Ritwiz Tiwari, for example, and I just want the name anmol@ritwiztiwari.com for as my email ID, for using which I can contact people with my services, with the services that Ritwiz Tiwari provides, or with which your employer provides. Okay, so it makes your business look professional when the email is coming from a professional email ID instead of a Gmail ID, because people know that Gmail ID is free to create, right? But you can only get a professional email when you have registered a domain name and when you have set up a website. Okay, so obviously in some cases you don't even need the hosting as well, for getting the professional emails. But in this case, we are going to create them from the hosting itself. You'll see how we are going to create professional emails, and these are really important to make you look credible enough. Okay, so that is how you actually be more authoritative and be more authentic in terms of the eyes of your customers or the people you're going to contact. Okay, so everything is again linked to the domain name and the hosting. Then after you have all these things, the next thing that you need is a content management system. This is the system, this is the software that will allow you to create your website without having the knowledge of coding. Okay, and there are a lot of content management systems out there, but I'm not going to waste time in going talking about all the others available. I'm going to talk directly about the one which we are going to use, which is the most popular in the world, and that is WordPress. Okay, WordPress is the content management system that we are going to set up on your hosting. Okay, see, it is a system. Obviously, it is a piece of code. Okay, actually, there are a lot of files that comes with WordPress that provide you the flexibility to design a website without coding. Okay, and where it has a lot of advantages, it has some limitations as well, and we are going to cover them as well. And then to cover all those limitations up, we have some other tools and services that we're going to talk about, which you can use. Okay, some of them are going to be free, some of them are going to be paid. You can choose as per your business requirement, or as per your digital marketing journey requires. All right, so with WordPress, we are going to build a fully functional website, a dynamic website, which you can use to start blogging from the day one itself, and we are going to do so in the upcoming videos, so stay tuned till that. But now you know that when we have bought the domain name, when we have bought the hosting, when we have set up the professional emails, and when we have set up the content management system, after that you are going to see the first look of your website, and you can go ahead and start customizing your website as well. But when it comes to customizations, WordPress actually works on something called as themes, and all themes that WordPress provides are not customizable enough at that level which we want for our business or for our services. Okay, you'll understand when I talk about WordPress, when I go into setting up the WordPress website, and you'll see that how there are some limitations while customizing the design of the website, because obviously you don't know how to code, and we are not going into, not going deeper into the coding part as well. But then what is the solution? How can we create a website just like the way we want? Okay, and not just the design part, but there are some other functionalities as well, like pop-ups. Okay, then we have the menu part, okay, navigation menu that we want to create, and then there are some other cool stuff which we want to do on our websites, and we have to do it without coding. And for that, what we need to have is a page builder. This is a must for any WordPress website developer to have, because without the page builder part, you are not going to satisfy the client based on what they need and the customizations, the level of customizations they want for their business, because obviously every client will have a different requirement. So a page builder is something that you need to create dynamic websites with the full customizable functionalities, where you can go ahead and change the font styles, where you can change the colors. Then there are a lot of other stuff that you can do with the page builder. And the world famous page builder that we are going to use for this course, and you are going to use ahead, is called Elementor. Okay, let me just name it here for you to see, because we are going to talk about this in the upcoming videos. Okay, but a page builder allows you to build custom pages, it allows you to build themes, it allows you to build custom headers. Okay, and it allows you to build pop-ups as well. And there are a lot of other stuff that Elementor actually allows you to do. So I have revealed the name of the plugin here, but I'm going to show you and I'm going to train you in building a complete website using Elementor and WordPress after setting up the domain, hosting, and professional emails in the upcoming videos. Okay, so this was all about this video. Now you know what are the minimum requirements that you need to have before starting a website, and from the next video onward, I'm going to buy the name ritwishtiwari.com in front of you and set it up on the hosting server that we are going to buy, and I'm going to reveal the link. I'm going to provide you the link as well of where you can buy your hosting. Okay, at a good price, at an affordable price. Okay, and after that, we are going to dive practically deeper and deeper into how to do digital marketing using your website, and you will also start to understand that how WordPress provides you the flexibility of doing SEO, doing SEM, and doing content marketing, and how all the other things around digital marketing just work perfectly well when we use WordPress as our content management system. So till then, stay tuned. We'll see you in the next one. This is Anmol Dugal signing off. Bye bye.